Can you find the Fiend? We have an update on the Tar Heel Bigfoot, and you rank the top 5 weirdest survival stories of all time. It's all coming up on Weird Things TV. For this June 18, 2010 edition of the program, I'm Justin Robert Young. Every once in a while on the site, we like to play my favorite game, Find the Fiend. That's where Matt Finley, our research writer, goes out into the world and finds 3 stories. 2 of the stories are popular fiction, things that have been written about in books, movies, and video games. One of them is really something that somebody called the police about, or reported, or wrote about in the local newspaper. So here's your challenge. I'm going to read you 3 of them. You got to decide which really happened. Is it A? This gray gelatinous creature, much like a slug, favors warm beer and has been known to kidnap children and pets in eastern Maine. B. Similar to genies, these small monsters are said to make dreams come true. However, once they have become reality, they often turn deadly. C. These winged monsters often pick off children, fly them to the top of a dormant volcano, and then snack on them until they're done. Do you have it? Do you have what you think is the real reported monster? Well then go ahead and click on the link in the comments and find out if you are right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in day 3 of Tar Heel Bigfoot Watch. You might remember on our last edition of Weird Things TV, we told you about Tim Peeler, the mountain man of K-Star, North Carolina, who saw a Bigfoot with beautiful hair. Yeah, that guy. As it turns out, he's created a little bit of a media firestorm out there in rural North Carolina as another local news station went all the way up to his humble mountain home to get his side of the story and advance ever so slightly how he believes he's going to prove his claims. Yes, new photographic evidence should be in the offing since Tim Peeler, our mountain Bigfoot catching hero, has this. Remember to come to WeirdThings.com for all of your Tar Heel Bigfoot watch needs, as we will be covering it from end to end. And finally, Brett Rounsaville finished his top 5 weirdest survival stories ever of all time this week on the site, and boy, what a starting 5. We have a man who's shot in the brain and not only lived to tell about it, he also has a bullet with his own dried brain pieces on it. We have Ming Ming, who barely survived a certain death drop from his grandpa's high-rise apartment after he was caught on the grating by his ears. He hung for hours before being rescued. We have Miracle Mike, a literal chicken with his head cut off who survived 18 months after the chop, every single one of which his owner collected over $4,000, touring him around carnivals and freak shows. As we told you on Monday, Wenceslao Modelo, the Mexican revolutionary who was shot 9 times in the body and once in the face and lived to be sung about by Jumbo Wumbo.
10 good shots, I'll take them all. They call me El Fusilado.
There's a very good chance that you could be listening to all of those and say, well, I think that one of them should be better than the other. I don't think the chicken should even be on this list. And in that case, I implore you to head on over to WeirdThings.com and rate the top 5. I know I did, and I had a fun time doing it. You want to know my number 1 is? Tilly Tudor, because I actually drove on that highway, seriously, when she flipped her car over, and like many thousands of people, I had no idea that there was an old woman stuck in a tree down below the overpass eating all of, her gum and peppermint at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because it's habit. And that about wraps it up for this edition of Weird Things TV. If you would like to read our website, it is WeirdThings.com. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it is WeirdThingsCom. Until next time, give us a thumbs up. I'm Justin Robert Young. Stay weird. That cat's trying to control your mind. Click that cat.